In today's Modern Parenting, as we approach graduation season, college seniors are on the hunt for the right job.
Research shows that the first job a graduate has can impact their career up to a decade later. Joining us now is Beth Hendler-Grunt. She's the author of The Next Great Step, The Parent's Guide to Launching Your New Grad into a Career. Beth, I have so many questions. Right?
I'm ready.
For so many parents, if they have a college grad right now, it's been decades since they actually did it, since they were in the job market. So how do you help them improve their chances in their chosen field?
Yeah, this process does not always go the way everyone thinks it's going to. We thought it would be easy, but it's a lot more difficult, especially in this market. I tell parents that you're a young adult, they need a strategy, and they need to focus on two things. Number one, help them get clear about what are the skills that they have. Did they write for the school newspaper? Are they great writers? Did they do a research project with a professor? Maybe they really like research. Help them get clear about what that is and what the story is that would explain their competence in that skill. And then they need to know who they want to bring these skills to.
Yeah.
What are the types of people they aspire to? And reach out to fellow alumni who might have been a few years out. They don't have, you don't talk to the president. See the people that have the same majors that you did and what you might aspire to.
I mean, you talk about reaching out, the word that comes to mind, networking, which can make a lot of young people nervous. How can a parent both connect their kid with their network, but also encourage their child to reach out as well?
Yeah, so that's always the fine balance. Do you make introductions to your friends? Is your student ready? Just make sure they are prepared. Too many times we hear parents say, oh, I think my kid kind of blew it because they didn't take it seriously. They didn't prepare.
Oh, like they make the connection and then they don't.
Yeah, or maybe they didn't even dress professionally, or they didn't send a thank you note. So just make sure your young adult is ready for these connections and help them practice and make sure that they're ready for it.
There's anxiety around a lot of things, right? One of them is interviewing, I think. I'm wondering what parents can do, but also, we were talking during the commercial break, how much is too much from parents, right? They need to do some of this by themselves.
Absolutely. There's that fine line of helping versus hindering. So if you want to check the resume to make sure there's no spelling mistakes, great. You want to do a mock interview with them, great. But don't apply for them. Don't show up to an interview with them. They need to go through this process, and sometimes they're going to fail. And that's part of the process of building resilience and learning how to overcome these obstacles.
Yeah, and I mean, the reality is every kid, every person has a different timeline. So how might a parent sense, okay, maybe my kid is not ready to jump into a career, and what should they do with that?
Absolutely. Everyone's on a different cycle. It might seem like everyone has it figured out, but that's not always the case. So you talk to them, say, I see you study this in school, but let's talk about what are you excited about? What do you want to learn more about? Where are you curious? Let's make sure you're making those connections to talk to people who have the job that you want.
What are other resources? I know there are like career coaches that you can hire, but that costs money. Are there less expensive options to get support for your young person?
Absolutely. Look around your family first. Is there a family member that they like, an aunt and uncle? Is there a friend, someone who can mentor them? And before they leave school, make sure they do use school resources like career services. Even professors can be excellent support. And then there's career coaches and people like us. But, there's a lot of resources, I think, that can support them as well.
I love that. And also just talking about your experience at work as a working professional, I feel like could be really valuable.
Absolutely.
Amazing. Beth Hendler-Grunt, always great to have you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it.